Welcome to In the Field Radio 91.3 FM, WVKR, Poughkeepsie Independent Radio. I'm Erin Boogie, and I'm here with Miss Lady D.
What's going on?
How are you doing? I heard you became a rapper since the last show.
I did. I did. It was a secret that I was holding in. It was my
Forever.
secret identity. And I we went on Too Humble Productions, the podcast or the web show. And I decided to share it with the world.
To be honest, I've known you for quite a few years now and had no idea that you could spit bars like that. I was impressed.
Thank you.
You guys
I felt like I was rapping about Bible stories.
definitely made some Bible references. Incorporated In the Field and Too Humble into the rhymes.
Right. That had to be one of the best freestyles they had.
And so I think so because it was two guys hosting that didn't talk about the female coming up there and rapping. So to me, that was an indication that you did I.
Yes.
Because they would have shredded you if you didn't.
Yes. It'd been so bad.
So you got to sign the table.
I got to sign the table.
Shout out to Too Humble for having us because we had a great time out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we got to go to Liberty. We got to swear. We got to
It was
offend
glorious.
everyone.
Literally
And,
everyone.
I think we had a lot bottled up inside.
I agree. And it all spilled out.
And my dad was watching.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't think it got too bad because I watched it. So I was like, okay. It felt like it was a lot worse than what it was when I went back and heard it.
We didn't get canceled yet, so that's a good sign.
I mean, I made sure I said my disclaimers. How many times did I have to do disclaimers? Like 3?
Oh, there was a lot of disclaiming.
That
If you're
was
not
cool.
easily offended, definitely go check out. You could rewatch it on Too Humble Productions LLC Facebook page or wherever you listen to podcasts. It was cool because they have a different audience than us. They got that whole Middletown, Liberty, Monticello, Sullivan County area, Orange County area.
Like some of the artists I said they'd never heard of, and then I'd never heard of, some of the people they've had on there.
Yeah, which I think is a good thing. Bringing them on the show previously and then now going on their show, it gives both of our fan bases an opportunity to connect because it's not like they're that far away. Like we should all be sharing the same audience and the same interviews.
Yeah. And I think that that's something that you should be doing if you're gonna, I'm not even gonna go there because I don't claim to represent the 845 only.
Yeah.
But someone who does, they should do that. That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm with it. Like for them to do it.
Yeah.
I'm with that. And artists take note. There's plenty of media outlets around here for you to take advantage of. There's no excuses anymore.
And I love that one. If there was a trash outlet, I would tell you.
Yeah, definitely. And we wouldn't go on there.
Right. We would not go there.
We would definitely not give them the cosign if we didn't feel like they deserved it. That's for sure.
What else is going on?
I just wanted to give I guess a quick shout out. I think that's the right way to put it. But Cardi B for going diamond with Bodak Yellow.
Yes.
The first female rapper to go diamond. That's a pretty big accomplishment.
That's so cool.
I heard you're going to be the second with the freestyle.
I'm working on it.
I love it. I was already picking out mansions in the Hamptons for us.
Yeah, $25,000.
No, million.
Oh, million.
It was just basically monopoly money.
Yeah, like if you pay 25 million for a house, then you gotta have way more million than that in the stash.
Yeah, especially if that's your vacation home. That's not your main crib.
Oh my God, it was a vacation home?
Yeah, most of those people don't live on the Hamptons. That's seasonal.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, one day.
Oh my God. So speaking of like Lord and Bible stories and what have you.
I'm nervous now.
No, Kirk Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. But church people allowed to curse, right? You can curse. It's funny because the son, like, you hear the son daring him and telling him to shut the F up and all of this. Then when he gets cursed out, he's like, oh my God, no one should speak to their kids like this. He is 33, child. I thought he was a child until I went to the comments and it was like, he's 33. I was like, 33?
And then Plies responded too, basically saying that that's how he talks to his kids.
Yeah. I mean, his life must have been, it goes to show that he must not have always spoken to him like that, because if you're sitting here at 33 being shocked and appalled, and you telling that grown man, you a grown man telling another grown man to make you do something. Are you crazy?
Yo, and you, as a grown man, you leak the audio. Who does that?
That's so weird. Like, obviously, he was talking to you pretty nicely because you're so sensitive. Like, there's no way that you were abused this whole time and you're 33 and you're this sensitive.
For real. Although you never know. I don't think I have anything else. Should we get into this freestyle?
Yeah, we're going to play the freestyle for you.
With Austin Fillmore, who definitely was the first interviewee that almost made us cry.
See, it was karma.
We've had two so the last interview with Ali Elohim was like really inspirational. And then this
I
one,
thought he was gonna cry because it was so recent. So I thought he was gonna start thinking about it and be like, and I was like, oh my God. And now look, we almost cried.
Oh my God. Well, this was like tugging right at the heartstrings. He told that story and we actually physically had to take a break for a couple seconds to regroup and then come back, because how do you ask a generic like music question after that? You can't.
Right.
You know what? We'll let y'all listen to the interview, and then when we come back, we'll reflect a little bit more.
Can you turn my headphones up? I like that. Been in the field all these years and I'm still too humble. These bitches mad cause they roaches and they hope I stumble. My kingdom come, yours is Rome, that's why your shit crumble. They fake and frightened cause they know that I'm with all the trouble. Keep them shiesty bitches out your network, cut the cables. Bust they head open like a Bible, can't enable. Me, myself and I the only people at the dinner. They the only ones who love me even as a sinner. Y'all don't think I'm with the shits because I'm flying pretty. The Lord knows I got anger in me. You say they better not, but me, I wish a nigga would. Hate is stiff and heated, burning like some firewood. My taste expensive, child, your mouth is dusty, words is cheap. Got the game all on my shoulders like a Louis V. I don't care, I'm talking sleazy, and I'm still a queen. So don't be minding women's business, snitching like a fiend.
Welcome back to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. I'm here with Miss Lady D.
What's going on?
And we got Austin Fillmore all the way from Chicago in the building.
Yo, what's up, though?
Whew, we're all hurting today.
That is a whole fact.
We've come together in our shared misery.
Yes.
Boy, hangover from alcohol means that you're supposed to drink more alcohol. I thought it was like...
And eat Taco Bell, right?
Ew.
Ooh, Taco Bell sounds smacking right now, low key.
It's like Taco Bell or Wendy's. That's like the cure for the hangover.
No,
right?
Taco Bell sounds like the perfect move right now.
All right, so tell us a little bit about who Austin Fillmore is for those that might not know.
All right, well, Austin Fillmore is a pop R&B singer, rapper from Chicago. He's very eclectic. He likes referring to himself in the third person. No, that didn't land. All right. No, he's an interesting person, man. He's just he's out there. I do a lot. I'm me. I don't even know where to really start. It's hard to think right now. But grew up in Chicago. My parents, my dad's a pastor. My mom was a banker. Then she did the whole stay-at-home thing. So I had a pretty cool upbringing. I got an older brother, 2 younger brothers. So every day it was a fight in the house. So we grew up pretty tough. And we were raised to be pretty strong individuals. So I'm not really scared of anything. I'm a go-getter. And but at the same time, I have a lot of compassion for people in whatever situation they're in, and I hope that my music reaches people and puts them in better moods.
So you said you do a lot of things. What are some of those things?
Well, I act as well too. I'm in a play. It's a rap opera, I guess you could say.
Where?
It's out. Yeah, it's in Chicago. We were supposed to before COVID, did some shows in New York, but obviously all that stuff got messed up. It's called the Rosina Project. It's based off of the Italian opera, The Barber of Seville. And so I'm Bartolo. And so I sing and rap, and then my buddies sing the opera, we dance. It's a fun gig.
Please tell me that you guys have plans to come to New York after COVID ends, because we definitely want to come see that.
Hell yeah. So
now your dad is the pastor. How does he feel about like your music and things? Like, how does he feel about you seem a little wild a little bit, which is usually what happens.
Over time, they just learn to deal with it, really. I mean, they're supportive. And everything that I'm doing, they want me to be 100% authentic. So, we've had arguments, we've had fights about it. I'm a grown man, and they understand that. And my dad actually came to one show. My mom has never been to one of my music shows. She's came to my acting shows. But my dad has came to the first time I performed at the House of Blues. And, it was an eye-opening experience for him, and it made him appreciate it. Because at the end of the day, I'm just like him. I'm a guy on stage with a microphone preaching my message. He actually likes the music the songs that I don't curse in, he actually plays them. He'll send me a video of him listening to it. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey. I definitely had mine because, as you know, being a preacher's kid, that's like the MO. PKs are bad.
PKs, I'm dead.
You know what I'm saying? So I've definitely traveled down that path. I've done my dirt, but it's all about finding yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I have found myself, and I continue to find myself every day. So I feel like as long as you're doing that and trying to be a good person, everyone else you're straight.
Talk about your musical journey a little bit, because you seem to be navigating pretty well. Like, a lot of people have issues getting, their music out, getting appropriate management and PR and stuff. Like, how are you so savvy with that?
I'm a firm believer in, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, things will just fall in place. If you're really meant to be doing this music thing at whatever level, whatever capacity. I made a lot of mistakes, in the beginning. And at the end of the day, I just knew that if I just got the music out there and I stayed 100% authentic with it, things would just happen. My manager has been working with me for 2 years now, or just 2 years. I've been doing it for 11. So the first 9 years, managing myself. And what I would do is, Austin Fillmore is not my real name. It's my stage name. I'll tell you that story in a minute. But what I would do is I started emailing people saying, my real name is Colin. I'd be like, yo, this is Colin Ferguson. I manage Austin Fillmore. And so then when I pull up, they'd be like, oh, where's your manager, Colin? I'd be like, I'm right here. So it's a little finesse.
I mean, it's true.
It's true. And it actually is perfect because now I know how to hold my manager accountable for the things he should be doing because I did it. You know what I'm saying? And it works. But there's no rhyme or reason, there's no method, there's no formula. You just gotta do it, and you gotta learn as you go along. So anyone who's really, really wants it and who really should be doing it and really wants to do it, things will fall into place. Even how I got my manager, that fell into my lap. I had people before that said they wanted to manage me that never, because they couldn't. But my manager, he pursued me. I blew him off for the longest, and then one day I got to go perform at Kansas University, and my buddy's like, oh, we're going to drive down. And next thing you know, he's on the tour van. I'm like, how the hell you get on this van? He's like, I came here because I want to rock with you. So we got to spend that time together, and we became friends before he became my manager. So it just happened that way. Everything happens for me naturally and organically. And that's what I think it should be.
Did you grow up singing in the church?
I did. My mom, we grew up, we were required to play an instrument and a sport. So I did 3 instruments and 3 sports.
What instruments?
Saxophone, clarinet, and piano.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom played the piano, taught us how to sing. We sang in the church, did all that stuff, sat front row, Vaseline on our lips and face, greased up. You know what it is. And it's something that, especially being an African-American, church is a staple in our community. It makes us who we are. It's actually how a lot of our popular singers become so good at harmonies and using their inflection in the voices. Learning that from church, that emotion, that passion that church brings is something that as an African-American artist, it's hard not to bring to your own music. You know what I'm saying?
So now tell us the story about your name.
All right. So we're from the west side of Chicago, Austin neighborhood. So that's part of how I got my name. My grandmother's called the mother of Austin. She raised the Austin neighborhood. She was an alderman. They were the first blacks to be in this neighborhood. My grandpa in the 50s, Chicago hired the first 5 black cops. He was one of them. Yeah, so there's a lot of history when it comes to the city. family. And then my first one was off of Austin and Fillmore. It just made sense. And it was an ode to my grandmother, who I never actually got to have a conversation with her, because from the time that I was three or five to the time that I graduated high school, actually, 2006, she was in a vegetative state. She was just this lady in this bed who was paralyzed, who couldn't talk, could only shake. She had a situation where she was working really closely with Mayor Daley. He would have a limo come pick her up every day. And one day, her secretary had a boyfriend that was stalking her. So my grandmother had him removed from the building. He waited for her in the parking garage while the driver went to go get the car and beat her up. And then when her head hit the pavement, she became instantly paralyzed for the rest of her life. And I was 3.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I had this great woman that I heard all these stories about. So everyone said that I was her favorite. She would take me to all her little court meetings. I would sit there with her. I would be on the bus with her everywhere. They said that I never left her side. So all these stories I got to hear about her, I never actually got to talk to her ever. Her way of saying, oh my God, you've gotten so big. Like when you walk into a room, she just starts shaking. And that's like her acknowledging you. So it made sense. It was only right.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful. I don't know how we follow that up.
You know what's funny? I don't think I've fully have told that story out loud in a music interview. I've said it to friends and stuff. But, no one's ever really, they ask me and I tell them the story, but they never actually did have to turn around and be like, so like, what really is behind it? So I appreciate you. You're making this interview enjoyable for me. And that's the one thing I'll tell you as an artist. I get all these blogs and people want to interview me. I get bored with the same old questions. Who inspires you? Who's this? And especially when they just text you and message you the questions you got to answer. Who, where are you from? How do you describe yourself? It's the same old questions, man. Like, get on the phone.
And somebody put the effort in to write your bio. And
Exactly.
So we read that. So I heard the street intersection.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that part, but I did not know everything else behind Austin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys actually giving up. Sorry, my bad.
Now I feel like we can move on, because that story had me stuck for a little bit. That was like,
I was like
totally tugging at the heartstrings. I was like, oh God, I'm going to cry in the interview.
It's a tearjerker for sure.
Wow. So Mankind, you just dropped that a few days ago.
I did.
Like not even 10 days.
Yeah, it was a week ago yesterday. It's a cool song. Definitely one of my realest songs. I freestyled the whole song. Actually, this whole project pretty much freestyle, but Mankind is definitely it's a ode to my family, ode to Chicago, ode to being as real as possible, accepting your flaws and your mistakes, and also letting people know I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't scared of. There's only one person I fear, and that's God. And that's literally what I'm saying in the song. So it was my manager's idea to make it a second single. I wasn't even gonna choose that. He just liked the song so much, and I actually wanted to do a different one. But I was like, you know what? I'll just let him make a decision on this one. And I'm happy we did it that way, because it's out of the norm for me to make that type of song. Is usually what you call an album track. People got to get the album or be a real fan to know that. So to put it out as a single, it was different. And I rocked with it.
Yeah, so I think that was a great follow-up to like I Lie, You Lie.
You Lie, Cry track?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And I was like, because, I don't know, I'm a little bit of a savage, so I'm all like, I'm so bad. Like, I don't be wanting to see men be like, I'm hurt.
You say you don't, or you want to?
I don't. Well, some of them only make music like that. So that's what upsets me. So,
right.
but so I was like, oh, okay, this is a whole different lane. So it shows that you do different things. I mean, but you have a bunch of albums out.
Yeah. I mean, and I literally have a song, for everyone, for everybody, for every mood, every situation. I mean, that goes towards my movement. Think Less, Feel More. I don't want you to turn your brain off. What I want you to do is accept whatever emotions that you're in right there, to be able to conquer with the one thing that everyone is fighting against, and that's fear. Fear of being vulnerable, fear of being out there. I want to tear down those walls, and I'd say that, and then these blogs, these people have their agenda, these blogs, and they say, I'm fighting against hypermasculinity, and I hate that. I hate that. I remember the first time I seen it, it was past couple months. Like we sent over the paperwork with like, this is what I'm talking about, whatever. And they're like, oh, he's fighting against hypermasculinity. I was like, that's not what I said. I get what you mean, but that's not what I said. What I'm saying is, there's no gender behind what I'm fighting. What I'm fighting is fear, and everyone, male or not, male or female, is fear, and that's what I'm fighting against.
Did you feel
saying?
like you were like lying a lot?
Hmm.
Do you feel like it was really like a self-reflection?
Of course. You know, that is one thing. The whole reason why I'm so adamant, and this is my motto, is because it's something that I dealt with so much. You know, I'm not afraid of anything now because I was afraid of so many other things. I was so afraid of being vulnerable. I was afraid of being that person that was honest. Instead, I walked around trying to, you know, sag my pants, be cool, be this person that I thought was going to give me respect, and it didn't. Selling drugs, I did that, thinking, oh, I'm gonna be cool. No, that ended me up in jail for 8 months, facing 4 to 15. No, don't do that. Like, it's okay to be real. It's okay to be you. It's okay to, and if people don't like that, move on.
Mm.
So that's what, in that sense, I guess I'm fighting hyper masculinity. But you know, even with, you know, women have fears too. You know, and no one should be afraid. Everyone should have the opportunity to express themselves. So,
Right.
that's what I'm about.
What was the hardest lesson you learned being locked up?
The hardest lesson I learned being locked up was how easy it is for it to happen again, and how the scariest thing about jail is how comfortable you can be. When you think about it, you got 3 meals a day, you chilling, and you got no responsibilities. You just kicking it. And the scariest part for someone like me is, you know, I got used to it. I mean, some people, you know, it probably takes them a while, but other people that are survivors, they know how to adapt. And I got used to it. I got comfortable with it because it was my situation. And then I started talking to other people that have been there, and I'll never forget. Actually, so I would rap for the inmates. This is all before I started actually pursuing music. I would rap for the inmates, and one of the dudes was like, "Yo, you should try it and do it when you get out." So I was like, "All right, bet." And I remember we were sitting there talking, and he was telling me about his situation. He goes, "Oh, I'll probably get 6 years. You know, this time served. I'll probably be out in a 3-piece. Do a 3-piece." And I'm thinking, like, when he said 3-piece, first thing that came to my mind was chicken nuggets. And I realized this fool talking about 3 years. I'm looking at him like, "What, cuz? No, what?" And he looked at me and he go, "Little homie, you gonna be back."
Whoa.
I told him, I said, "No, the hell I'm not." And and I met the most resourceful people, not the smartest, resourceful people in jail.
Survival.
Survival. They know how to survive. And you know, when I got out of jail, my mom picked me up. I remember the first thing I had was Subway, and she's like, "You ready to get back to it?" I said, "What you mean?" She goes, "You gotta get a job and all this other stuff and go back to school." And I was like, "So wait, I can't kick it no more?" You know what I'm saying? So that's when I decided to pursue what I'm doing now, and it just kind of worked. But the hardest lesson I learned in jail was how easy it is to fall back into it. And that's why they have it as a system. They have it. That's why Black men fall into that system, because it's a circle. It's a never-ending circle.
And shout out to our listeners behind the wall. We actually have a huge inmate listening base.
Really?
Yeah. We're
shout out.
surrounded by a lot of prisons and jails over here, so we have a pretty big inmate listening base.
All right, Ace. Well, shout out to the bros and the ladies. Keep your head up, get through it, and whatever you did to get up in there, don't make the same mistakes. Do your time, get up out of there, and do something better for yourself, bro. If I could do it, anybody do it, for real.
I love that.
And don't be yelling free to guys when they shot up the whole school or some shit.
Oh my God.
I ain't with that. Look. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm straight up. You gonna get the real. You gonna get what I say. Don't be saying free to guys.
Free to guys.
Don't be saying free to guys when this dude then robbed the local grocery mart and killed little Momo off the street. Like, don't be the free to guy. Lock that fool up. That boy needs to be locked up. Boy, crazy.
Oh God, it's so true. It's so true.
That's a fact. People don't want to be real no more. People want to follow the status quo. Don't nobody want to think differently no more. So I ain't with that.
With Remy.
Oh man.
You guys seem to work closely. Like, was he there the whole journey? Is this new?
No, me and him, we've never been met in person, low key. I'll tell you that right now. We ain't met in person ever. How this all came about was, there's this producer in Kazakhstan who hit me up, was like, "Yo, I want you to rap over some of my stuff." I'm like, bet. He sent me a bunch of beats. I picked out 5 that I rocked with, and I recorded over them. And then I sent it to him. He was like, "Oh, these are raw." And I was like, "Oh, word. Let's get these out." He go, "Well, I need you to pay me for the beats." I said, bro, what? You hit me up, but okay, how much you want? I want $1,000 per beat. Oh, you big tripping right now. You got dropped on your head or something. What's going on, bro? Let's talk. Didn't want to negotiate. I would have paid him. I tried. I was like, bro, I'll give you $300 per beat. I'm not paying you $1,000. He didn't want to negotiate. My manager Evan knew Remy. We me and Remy wound up introducing each other on FaceTime. I was like, look, bro, I got these songs. I'm gonna give you these vocals, build the beats around it, and that's what he did. And over that process of time of interacting that way, we became friends. And we talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about life, talk about politics now. He's actually flying up here in a couple of weeks because I have a show. I'm doing a performance on Audio Tree. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. It's a thing in Chicago where they do like unplugged type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like people, like they record you performing your track or your tracks or whatever. It's like a show they put on YouTube. They have like over 100,000 followers, I think, on YouTube or something. So he's coming to town. He's coming to town to be a part of that. So that's my first time meeting. But he's a cool dude, man. He's actually Haitian. He's Haitian.
I saw that. Well, I read that first, and then I saw a picture, and I was like,
"He don't look it." That boy look white. When he told me that, I was like, "Okay, that's why you got some soul to you." I'm like, "Boy, you look white. Why did it white?" But he cool though. He's really cool, and his people are hella cool. They invested into us. They low key, they put up the bread, man, because of him. I can't knock that. So he's definitely new to the journey. As far as my journey, he's someone I can see is gonna be around for a while. So,
who are some producers you want to work with?
How much time we got? Diddy, Dr. Dre, of course. Southside, Bruno Mars. I know he be producing his own stuff. CeeLo Green, The Dream. Man, anybody really. I'm a fan of good music. I'm a fan of people making good art. You know what I'm saying? There's beat makers, and then there's producers. There's people that just put a bunch of sounds together that sound dope, and then there's people that put their heart into it, and that's who I want to work with. So I'm trying to think. Wiz Khalifa. I know he's an artist, but I've always loved this dude. I've always loved his style, loved his swag. So I know he's definitely someone I would want to work with. Ultimately, if I could work with someone, it'd be Michael Jackson for sure. He's the greatest, man. That man's at the Super Bowl stood there for 5 minutes, just stood there and had people just waiting. And the cue was when he touched his glasses, that's when we start performing. People were passing out, and this man didn't even say a word yet. Like,
have you ever seen the video of that?
Yeah. Oh,
it's intense.
It's intense.
And he didn't move for that whole time.
Didn't move.
Not a muscle.
Didn't move. I was like, this is the coldest man to ever do it.
So I actually, because I went and rewatched it recently, so I like looked up like when he performed at the Super Bowl, and it turns out that he was like the star of like the halftime Super Bowl show.
Yep.
And they brought him in to drive up ratings. The GOAT.
You know, they don't even get paid to perform the Super Bowl performers now.
No, I didn't know that actually.
I Googled it because I was, that's always been something for me. Like, I want to perform the Super Bowl. That's every artist's dream. So like when The Weeknd got to do it, I was like, why they choose The Weeknd? Why haven't they chosen somebody raw? And
The Weeknd actually put up his own bread to do his halftime show.
Well, that's what happens. They cover everything to make it free for the artist.
Yeah.
But they don't actually pay them for their performance. And then The Weeknd put his own money up because I guess he wanted a certain type of style or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's smart because I'm like, man, you're not gonna get paid. Like, what? You better pay me. But then what he did is he just went on tour. He released his tour dates right before the performance. Does the performance. Now everyone in the world in the United States is watching him, and his ratings I think his streaming increased by 450%. His streamers went through the roof after that. So he got paid.
What do you think his deal is with the Grammys?
I mean,
he wasn't nominated, right?
The deals with the Grammys is because the Grammys are trash. The Grammys, the idea of the Grammys is dope, but that's not real voting.
We need to bring back the Source Awards.
You know what I'm saying? I feel that. That's too black.
But The Weeknd has Grammys.
Right, but I mean,
he has 3. So what is his problem?
His problem is he knows it's not real. Them Grammys, getting no Grammys has nothing to do with music. Cardi B got a Grammy over what's his face, Travis Scott. Cardi B album got a Grammy, and that was based off of sales and based off of what she represented. And then when it comes down to the actual music, Travis Scott's Astroworld, that joint from start to finish was cold. You gonna put Cardi B over them? I'm not knocking Cardi. I love her, but
nobody sat there and listened to her album all the way.
Well, the Grammys definitely are not a benchmark for like good music.
So then why do we even care about it then? You know what I'm saying?
But do you tune into the Grammys every year?
No.
Exactly.
I know. Yeah, it's right.
What award show do you think is valid, I believe, of critiquing music?
None of them anymore, to be honest. And I don't really
That's a
watch them
fact.
anymore. Years ago, it used to be like, the MTV VMAs and music awards, like those were like the pop culture's answer to the Grammys of like, okay, the Grammys are like, stuck up and so we don't really value their opinion on music, and they're just kind of like giving us these categories to make us happy. And then we had like the VMAs, the Source Awards, the BET Awards, and slowly those award shows either went away or lost their credibility, and now it's like none of those shows really matter.
They don't.
So being an artist, what do you, because now, people would be an artist and, making it or reaching the top to them would be getting a Grammy or something like that. So what are artists that are not interested in an award show anymore aspiring to do?
Take care of my family by doing what I love. That's it.
Good answer.
That's it. I got kids, man, and give me a Grammy. That's cool, but I'm trying to make this million a year. I'm trying to make this, $2 million a year. That's my Grammy. Just seeing my kids eat, seeing my family eat, everyone comfortable, not just comfortable, but we flourishing. Bread on top of bread, like everybody happy, everybody eating. That's my Grammy right there. That's all I care about. And then if the Grammys want me to come dress up in a suit and tie and give me an award, after that, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing to me.
What are some goals you have for yourself this year?
To hit 1 million streams on one of my songs that I'm dropping this year. Well, I don't care which one, just one of them. I finally broke 100K. I broke 100K a while ago off a song that wasn't my own song, and then I finally did it off of one of my songs, Same Wave, which is what I did to build my Spotify. I started collaborating with artists that had more monthly listeners to build up my stuff. But yeah, that's my goal, is to hit 1 million streams on a song, whether it's, I don't care what platform it's on, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, whatever, just 1 million before the year's up. And once you get that first 1 million, it's easier to get the next one. So that's definitely my number one goal for this year. And to get back to performing, man, that's where I really miss. I mean, the performing aspect of it is my favorite part. That's how that was my first introduction to music. It wasn't being in the studio, it was on stage. Getting back to that, I had a whole bomb tour set up for 2020. I was going to perform at the one place I've always wanted to perform at, and that's South by Southwest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So fun.
Bro, you don't know how many years I've been just wanting to do it. And people I'm the type of person, I could be selfish. I'm the type of person, if I'm not performing at it, I'm not going. I've only been to 2 concerts in my life, Wiz Khalifa and Brad Paisley. And I got free tickets to both of them. I don't go to festivals. Because I don't want to experience it from one side. I want to experience it from the side that I want to know. So anytime I've ever been to a festival, it's because I'm performing. So all my homies will drive down to South by Southwest just to go walk around and kick it. I'm not doing that. My first time going there, I want to be there to perform. And finally, I got that call, and then COVID. But, we're going to get back to it. So.
And what can we expect next?
Oh, man, a lot of music. In May, we're going to start just dropping a new single every 2 weeks. I mean, that's literally all I do. I do every day, every night is record. I have at least 500-600. So I have enough music to last me the next 4 years. If I dropped them in singles. So that's what you're gonna expect. You're gonna expect a lot of different stuff, from rock music to pop to everything, man. I'm challenging myself. I'm pushing myself every day. So you're gonna hear the craziest music I've ever made in my entire life, and the most mature, and the most heartfelt. So that's what you can expect. You can expect consistency, realness, and if you really take the time to listen, it's just gonna blow you out the water. And you're gonna realize, people are gonna realize that. And I'm gonna say this: I feel I am the best artist coming out of Chicago, and I feel like out of the up and coming artists, I'm top 5 in the nation.
Talk that smack.
Okay.
That's it. And it's not because I feel like I'm a better rapper than most people. I'm just that eclectic. I have so many options in my bag that I could do. Thank you, which I gotta thank God for that blessing, that talent. It's just undeniable, and it's not a cocky. It's being confident.
Because there must be a Chicago music community. Do you feel like you fit in there, or you're a part of that, or you're kind of like an outlier?
What do you mean trying to be PC?
No, you don't gotta be PC.
I know. I felt myself doing that, and I'm like, no, man, this is the truth. Chicago, I hate you go to my city, and there's all these artists. They're like, oh, Chicago don't show me no love, man. Chicago just be hating. Chicago be hating. All those stuff. And I feel that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie and say I don't feel that. I feel like Chicago didn't really embrace me. They embraced me for a hot second, and then because I wasn't making that drill, bang bang, Chief Keef joint, and because I didn't have the money behind me like Chance did, they kind of just looked over me. So I had to go turn to other cities, which wound up working into my favor. But I hate the fact that my city gets this rap that we just a bunch of haters. And when I realized, because I used to be that way too. Oh, Chicago just be hating. Then I go to other cities and I realize people say the same thing about the city that they're in. At the end of the day, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, there's gonna be haters everywhere. You just gotta fight through that. But the music scene in Chicago is very eclectic.
Really?
It's so dope, man. I got so many people, so many friends that make music that are so different, and there's no real light being shown on it because we don't have the outlets that Atlanta, LA, New York has. Like there's labels there, and then there is an element of there's an element, I will say, at least especially when it comes to Atlanta, of especially in the Black community, of people working with each other, not against each other. We still haven't figured that out totally yet in Chicago. But man, there's so much talent in Chicago that it is. I feel it's the responsibility of the people that are from Chicago that have blown up to come back and help shine that light. And I don't feel like no one has fully done that. Kanye left, Common left, all these artists from Chicago, they leave, they go to Atlanta. Yeah, Chance came back.
Yo, New York.
Something about Chance. If I hear Chance and his horns one more time, I'm gonna punch a baby. So
that's how he is. I've met him a bunch, man. I've been around him a bunch.
But Chicago, unfortunately, again, the bloggers, Chicago, there's blues and everything that came out of there. And we may know that, but there's this generation of people who were born in like 2010 and things that don't know that. And all they know is that fat blogger sat there and was calling it Chirac and all this hood music comes out of there, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then now that's what people think about it. And they don't think about the history and all the other types of music that come out of there. So I think that it's really great that you're so eclectic because they're going to be like, oh, Chicago does this too? And it's sad, but it's needed.
You know, Chicago has produced some of the greatest and influential people. You know the movie I'm talking about, Night in Miami? It's the night Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Jim Brown, and the
Sam
singer
Cooke.
Guy. Sam Cooke, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Chicago.
Mm-hmm. And people don't think about that anymore.
They don't, man. Chicago has a bad rep because we've allowed ourselves to, because we didn't have an identity. Mm-hmm. We didn't have an identity. We weren't allowed to have an identity. You know, when I get on to the level that I know that I want to be at, I'm coming back and I want to showcase a light for everyone. Not just Chance came back and showcased the light for the students, for the kids. That's cool, bro. I appreciate that. But there's people that are in their 20s and their 30s that could use that light a little more than a high school kid. Not saying a little more, but just as much. At the same pace, you know.
For sure. Okay, so your music tastes are what they are, right? So sometimes I listen to things where I'm like, yo, if my friends heard this, they would look at me like I have 5 heads. So what's one song that you like that would probably freak everyone out?
Freak everyone out as opposed to why am I listening to it?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever expressed this out loud before. So sophomore year in high school, there's 2 songs that I played on repeat. 2 songs. I still to this day play one of them. The first one was "Excuse Me, Miss," Jay-Z and Pharrell. All right, but everyone likes that. Everyone likes that one. But then for my black, I would also be listening to Shania Twain, "Forever and Always." that old white country joint. I love that song
Shania
too.
Twain, I'm dead.
I don't know why I love that song. She went crazy. I love that song. I got it on my playlist right now. And whenever I play it, I like doing things like I like, you know, and my friends, like, they wouldn't be surprised because they've been around me so much, but like I'll be in the car with the homies, and I'll put that on with all the dudes in there, and they just be looking at me like, bro, come on, bro, and I'll be just singing like, no, boo, you know you like this, fool, stop playing. I'm a clown with them, but they be like, bro, come on, man. So I usually get to about halfway through the song and I change it, but But, when they get out the car, I play it again. I'll be playing again.
That's all I got. That's a good one.
All right, well, tell everyone where they can find you, your social medias, music platforms, where they can see you act, all that.
Man, you can. I'm all over the place. Website is Austin Fillmore music.com. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all the same. Austin _Fillmore, AUSTIN _FILLMORE. Talk to me, man. Slide in my DMs. Chop it up. We have a real conversation. If you're an artist, just need someone to talk to, holler at me. If you're someone that's struggling, going through whatever, holler at me. At the end of the day, I'm a music person, but I'm also like I'm a motivational speaker, so I'm always here to help.
He's a PK, y'all. He knows
I'm
this.
a PK. Hallelujah. Yeah, so I'm all over. Follow me, guys, and I appreciate you all very, very much.
Welcome back to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. I'm here with Lady D.
What's going on?
Congratulations to Nas for winning his first Grammy. No one watches the Grammys anymore.
I mean, that's cool for Nas, but
yeah, it was a little weird for me. I felt like out of all the albums that he put out, this one was the strange one to win the Grammy for.
Wait, so that means that somebody that we interviewed has won a Grammy.
I don't know if he was on the album. I know he was on the Lost Tapes too, but I'm not sure he was on that one. I'll have to check.
This is not even that album? Oh my God.
No, it's a different one.
So no one even listened to it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And you know what? Honestly, Nas had his time. Why are you giving somebody Grammys? They're not even like active. Like, it's so weird. He's literally not really active musically.
It's so weird.
Like, y'all should have been did that. Now it's a whole nother generation and time for people to be winning Grammys, and now you want to give Nas a Grammy. You're late.
That's how I felt, and I felt like there were so many other amazing albums that people listened to and talked about nominated in that category. That out of all the people nominated, I thought for sure Nas wasn't gonna get it.
I thought that I was gonna be Mrs. Grammy, Lady D, and I'm not now.
Right? No, yeah, it was produced entirely by Hit Boy and Gabriel G. Code. I don't know how to say his last name. Serves as the executive producer and has features from Big Sean, Little Durk, Anderson .Paak, A$AP Ferg, Fivio Foreign, The Firm, and more. The Firm? Come on, man. All right, well, let's move on to Meghan Markle because I don't want to talk about Nas's weird album anymore. I'm angry now. So Meghan Markle.
How was the interview? You watched it?
I wish that I could give you an update, but literally as soon as we stopped recording and I turned the interview on, Ty came out and put the Lakers on. So the only thing I got out of it was what was published. And it was a lot of like, the royal family is racist is what I got out of it. And that Meghan felt exactly, it seems, how Princess Diana felt as far as the hate that she was receiving in the British press. And so they split from the royal family and now they live in California.
Well, you know what? They're brave for doing all that because you see what happened. He know what happened to his mama. So I don't know why he would. I would be very afraid.
I think that because of what happened to his mother is what made him support Meghan in speaking out. The British press is tough, man. And then Piers Morgan got fired off of Good Morning Britain after I guess he made some controversial comments about what was said, and then now people are beefing with Sharon Osbourne from The Talk, saying that she's racist because she supports Piers Morgan. There's like a whole bunch of fallout drama from this thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Interesting.
Why is everyone surprised that they are racist? That's all I'm saying. Like, because part of me, like, if I'm gonna date someone and be with them, their family is like a huge part of that. And if your family is mad ignorant and stuff like that, either keep them. I will never see them in my life because I'm not doing that. Or like it might be a deal breaker. Like, we're certainly not getting married or having kids. My kids are not gonna be related to that.
Yeah, Meghan said that the royal family had conversations and concerns about how dark her son would be.
Did you see all the memes? It was so funny.
Oh, Lord.
With the little card with the different shades.
Yes, I did see that one. Shout out Family Guy for that content.
And all the Oprah memes were funny too.
Yeah.
And then, you know what somebody brought up? They were like, how are you responsible for, like, they said 36 countries Independence Days.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
And probably more. So yes, there's something wrong with them. I don't know
That's a
why we're
lot.
surprised.
Yeah, they was just over here colonizing.
And there's a long bloodline of that.
That's crazy. They're responsible for that many countries' independence days, and they still are like control mad territories.
Right.
That's wild to me.
No, but I hope everything works out for them. I feel like they were trying to get into the media to put eyes on them so nobody would try to get them.
It could be.
Like, oh, everybody's watching. Get out of here, hitman.
Harry said, I am not going out like this.
Oh my God, I love the video of him like when he was a soldier and like something was happening. He just gets up out the interview and like starts running.
Really?
And yeah, and they like put different songs behind it.
Oh my God.
So they had like Suavemente, Suavemente.
Oh no.
You just like get up and start running.
It's so accurate though. That really happens. That's the easiest way to get the whole party on the dance floor.
Right.
Oh my God. I gotta go look that up now. And then everybody was talking about how ungracefully William aged.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was the other takeaway from the interview. I don't even know how, because he wasn't even a part of the interview, but it became a thing, was like how Prince William has aged.
Yo, them talk about the other like, females in the family and how they looked and all of this and what names were called. I was like, okay.
I think it was a crash course for Americans in British royalty.
Well, people and families don't call each other names.
Duchess, Duke. Is there like Sir and Lady? Is that like a thing? I've been watching too much Game of Thrones.
Oh my God.
I told Ty he has to call me Your Grace from now on.
See, you guys need to stop. No more Game of Thrones for y'all. This is going entirely too far.
He feels the same way, trust me.
My lady, you're gonna come home in the whole costume, and I just can't.
I'm here for it. I told him after this, I was like, yo, I want to try jousting. He was like, what?
It's called LARPing.
Is that what it's called?
Oh wait, no. I mean, jousting is real, but like when you fake it, I think it's LARPing.
Oh no, I want to do it for real.
Oh my God. Like Renaissance Fair?
Yeah, but probably not at the Renaissance Fair. That seems a little staged to me.
Oh my God. So you want to like really joust? Is that a sword? What is that? A comb?
I think you could do it a couple different ways. I think they use like a giant pole type thing.
You knock the person off the horse?
Yeah.
Nah, fam.
I'm here for it. I'll try it.
What about the horse? What if you hit the horse?
No, you don't hit the horse. You hit the rider.
I would hit the horse. Then maybe the horse will flip the person over.
Like throw a stick in the spokes, like with the horse.
Yeah, and then it'll roll over on him.
Oh my God. That's extra.
My bad.
I don't think they're supposed to die. I mean, obviously it hurts. I've fallen off horses before. It doesn't feel good, but I don't think they're supposed to die.
Okay.
This conversation went left.
Yeah, my bad.
Who do we got next week? Lady Boss.
Are you telling me? Lady Boss?
Yeah. I just know that she did the old school, like made CDs and went and sold them and sold like 2,000 copies of her project in the streets, hand to hand.
Oh, you told me that. Okay, I'm excited about this.
Yeah, because I can't wait to ask her about that, because people don't do that anymore, and I feel like that's a necessity.
All right.
Yeah. Girl power. That's what we're here for. Find us in the Field Radio on all platforms. You could listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. You could peep our website at inthefieldradio.com. You can email us info@inthefieldradio. It's getting longer, the list of things we have. Growth.
Soon we'll be able to meet you guys in public.
Oh my God, please. I'm ready.
You see, we both like broke the diamonds out to go to Too Humble.
Yes.
Like I just could not wait to just be somewhere.
For real. I felt like I should have dressed better to go there, but I was also like,
no, you were mad far. I wouldn't have.
Well, yeah, I like got out of work, got ready, and like walked out the door.
Yeah, no.
I needed.
But we were sitting behind the table, so you couldn't really see anything. So as long as we could see your bazonkas, we were good.
I know. I just didn't have like that nice of a shirt on and stuff, so we're gonna have to have a do-over.
Well, I told him to get us like the Too Humble booty shorts and crop tops and stuff.
Yes. Yo, I love that when we interviewed Austin Fillmore, like he showed up to the interview just as broke as we were.
Oh my God, yeah, everybody was like plastered, hungover.
Oh, it was good. That was a good thing. I was like trying to maintain professionalism and wanting to die on the inside, and then he showed up and was like, "I just need to let you guys know."
I'm also dying.
Oh, perfect.
Well, we could die together. Great.
Yeah, sounds good to us. All right. Well, it's been real.
Thanks for chilling with those chicks on Mondays.
I love that. I
Thank
just
you.
want you to know that.
Y'all named us that.
Yeah, that's a fact. But you picked up on it and made it our own. And I think that's impressive.
Oh, thanks.
But we're in the field radio, 91.3 FM, WVKR, Poughkeepsie Independent Radio. Good night, everybody.
Good night.